Hello, everyone. I can't believe it's already been a week since my last day of classes. I have done nothing productive in that time, so I hope this comes out relatively coherently. Besides the fact that I love to write, the next most well-known fact about me is that I play far too many video games. Better known among my friends is that I will happily sink 3 hours into creating my character at the start of any game that allows it, give or take a few hours if the game lets me choose stat bonuses and abilities along with cosmetic options. RPGs like to break down stats into things like intelligence, wisdom, strength, resistance, endurance, dexterity, and sometimes luck. How you invest in these skills determines your general class. Do you want to play as a thief or a mage? Maybe a spell sword so you can use magic, but also not die in one hit. Most people have a favorite class to play or a stat they favor. I almost always end up being a thief character, even if I'm built to be a mage. Ranger never believes me when I say I'll try to play anything else, and so far he's been right. Sorry, buddy. But sometimes games don't care about your base stats. They care about skills and specific abilities, like one-handed weapons or lockpicking, which makes multi-classing easier. I can be really great at different schools of magic, and also have a suspiciously high pickpocketing skill. Instead of investing in general areas that will make me a better thief or mage, I can train abilities that let me be whatever I want. So how does this relate to you? Well, everyone is trapped in their own inner perspective. That means when Coach Swag asks the freshmen on the field hockey team what they're good at, they typically say nothing. Conversely, when asking the seniors on the team, they'll of course say everything, even if they're joking. Reflecting on whether we're good at something or not is always a struggle. The only tangible evidence we have to our skill is other people's feedback, which is always simplified and surface level. They weren't there with you when you stayed for an hour after every field hockey practice that week, working on your hard hits because for the life of me, I could not aim. And we all know this too. We hear it all the time. But then how do we determine if we're good at something? Most games have something called a skill tree. Say I want to be able to create massive, town-destroying fireballs. I have to train my abilities in destruction. At level 1, I don't even have enough magicka to even try. By using my destruction skill, though, I will get better. Eventually, with a higher level, I can get a perk to do more fire damage. This opens new paths to new skills. I can go down any path I choose, or even do a little bit in several paths. Maybe then I won't have epic fireballs, but I'll be pretty good at other things too. Take your favorite hobby or something you want to be good at. Instead of thinking, am I good at this, think about what you can and can't do yet. I know artists who can draw amazing fantasy armor and odd commissions by his friends, but he can't draw a face at all, no matter the genre. So if he made a skill tree for art, he'd have all of his points invested in anatomical skills and fantasy aspects, and absolutely none in realism or faces. What can that lead to? Even if you think you're bad at something, you know you're able to at least do something, even if you think it's not done well. Try mapping it out. People don't process abstracts well, so don't. Pinpoint where you are now, what you want to improve on, and just how far you could go if you worked on the skills you already possess. Take field hockey. The paths are passing, handling, hitting, and you already have a few points in each to start with. Being bad at it means you only have a few points in each and no specific perks. Well, if you get better at hitting, eventually you'll hit harder with better accuracy, and then you can unlock reverse hits, etc. Basically, you'll get better when you know what you're getting better at. What do you want to draw well? What position do you want to play in field hockey? What class do you want to play in Skyrim? Maybe you can only cast a Candle of the Flame now, but that doesn't mean you'll never be able to cast a Fireball if you know how to get there. Now, for a few thank yous. To my teacher, every one of you has helped me in some way, but I feel like I should have thanked these few of so much more. CT, I wouldn't have joined choir if you hadn't told me I should, and I would have missed out on my favorite class. Every concert has been worth the effort, even the ones we couldn't do this year. Thank you for keeping it real. Mr. Rafferty, World Cultures 1 was the class that convinced me high school wouldn't be that bad. Thank you for putting together the Comic J term, and I should have bought some more comics in hindsight. Mr. Kamosi, we all got through Psych in one piece, so congrats! It's interesting to me that you've become one of my favorite teachers in 1 year. Thanks for oversharing and for public humiliation during bell ringer checks. Rick, visiting your office was a staple part of my day, something that I really missed during e-learning. Thank you for all your support on and off the field. It would have been great to have you join us in more field hockey scrimmages. Coach Swag and Bill, I hate sports. A lot. But I never once hated field hockey. I'm so grateful I was bribed into playing freshman year. You're the best coaches I could have ever asked for. Thanks to my parents and to my siblings, the best older brothers I never knew I'd have, and of course, Charlene. Each of you is wonderful, and I'm so happy to have you in my life. Lastly, to my friends. The Nerd Herd has stuck together despite everything for the last 4 years. You guys are some of my favorite people out there, and each of you means the world to me. I love you guys. Special thanks to Ranger for his wonderful drawings with no faces. Thanks for listening.